Have you ever received a text message from your own phone number? Not a scam, not a prank, your exact number. Because that's exactly what happened to me, and what followed still keeps me awake at night. About 6 months ago, I was living alone in a small apartment on the edge of town. Nothing special about the place. It was cheap, quiet, and close to work. Most nights were the same. I'd come home, make dinner, watch some videos, and go to bed. One night around 11 p.m., I was scrolling through my phone when a text notification popped up. "Don't go to sleep tonight." I almost laughed. Then I looked at the sender. My own phone number. Exactly the same. Same country code, same digits, everything. I stared at it for a few seconds before calling the number. My phone immediately started ringing in my hand. I hung up. My stomach dropped. A minute later, another text arrived. I'm serious. At this point, I thought someone was spoofing my number. It had to be a prank. Then another message came. "Check the front door." I ignored it. 5 seconds later. Now. Something about it felt wrong. I walked quietly to the front door and looked through the peephole. A person was standing in the hallway, completely still. Not moving, not knocking, just standing there, watching my door. I couldn't make out the face because the hallway light kept flickering. I stepped back and grabbed my phone. Another text appeared. "Don't open it." My heart was racing. Whoever was texting me knew exactly what I was doing. The figure outside remained motionless for nearly 10 minutes. Then the hallway lights suddenly went out. Everything went black. When the lights came back on, the figure was gone. The next morning, I checked with my neighbors. Nobody had seen anything. One elderly woman across the hall told me something strange, though. She asked if I had been hearing noises at night. When I said yes, she looked nervous. Then she said the previous tenant used to complain about the same thing before he suddenly moved out. Or at least that's what everyone believed. Nobody actually saw him leave. That night, I couldn't stop thinking about it. At exactly 11 p.m., my phone buzzed again. "Did you ask about me?" I nearly dropped the phone. How could anyone know that conversation happened? I hadn't told a single person. I closed all the curtains and locked every window. Another text appeared. "That won't help." At this point, I called the police. They checked around the building and found nothing suspicious. No signs of forced entry. No strangers. Nothing. The officer even suggested maybe a friend was messing with me. I wished it was that simple. Around 2 a.m., I finally fell asleep. Then I woke up to a strange sound. Tap, tap, tap. Coming from my bedroom window. I slowly looked toward it. Nothing. Then another tap. This time louder. I grabbed a flashlight and walked closer. Outside was complete darkness. Then my phone buzzed. Wrong window. I nearly screamed. The sound wasn't coming from the bedroom. It was coming from the living room. I ran to the other side of the apartment and froze. There was a silhouette standing outside the glass, watching me. The moment my flashlight hit the window, it disappeared. The next day, I bought a security camera. If someone was stalking me, I'd finally get proof. That night, the camera recorded movement at 11:47 p.m. I opened the footage. A hooded figure walked toward my apartment, stopped directly in front of the door, then slowly looked into the camera and smiled. The video glitched. When it returned, the figure was gone. No walking away, no elevator, no stairs. Just gone. I spent hours reviewing the footage, frame by frame. Then I noticed something terrifying. The person had the exact same jacket as me, same shoes, same height. I convinced myself it was a coincidence, but deep down, I knew it wasn't. A few days later, I contacted the building manager and asked about the previous tenant. At first, he refused to talk. Eventually, he handed me a folder. Inside was a photo. My hands started shaking. The previous tenant looked exactly like me. Same face, same hair, same age, even the same first name. I thought it was some kind of joke. It had to be. Then I looked closer. The photo was dated 3 years before I ever moved there. That night, another text arrived. "You found me." I couldn't breathe. Then another message. "I've been waiting." The camera notification suddenly went off. Motion detected. Outside my door. I opened the live feed. Someone was standing there, looking directly at the camera. Looking directly at me. It was my face. My exact face. The feed glitched. The screen went black. Then a final text appeared. "Open the door." I didn't. I packed my things the next morning and moved to another city. New apartment, new phone, new number. I thought it was over. For months, everything was normal. Then last week, at exactly 11 p.m., my phone buzzed. One new message, no sender, no number. Just 3 words. "I found you." Now tell me, what do you think was outside that door? Comment below. Have you ever received a text message from your own phone number? Not a scam, not a glitch, your exact number. Because that's exactly what happened to me. And what followed is something I still can't explain. So if you're alone right now, you might want to keep the lights on. Story begins. This happened about 6 months ago. I was living alone in a small apartment. Nothing unusual. Same routine every day. Work, home, sleep. One night around 11 p.m., I was watching YouTube when my phone buzzed. I looked down. The message read, "Don't go to sleep tonight." I laughed. But then I noticed something strange. The sender was my own phone number. exactly the same as mine. Same country code, same digits, everything. I immediately called the number. My own phone started ringing in my hand. That's when I felt my stomach drop. The second message. I tried convincing myself it was some weird technical glitch. Then another message arrived. This time it said, "Check your front door." I stared at the screen. I didn't move. A few seconds later, another message. "Now." My heart was racing. Slowly, I walked toward the front door. Everything looked normal, until I checked the peephole. There was someone standing outside, motionless, just standing there, not knocking, not moving, just watching. The stranger. I couldn't see the person's face clearly. The hallway light was flickering. Every few seconds, the figure disappeared into darkness, then reappeared. I grabbed my phone, wanted to call the police, but before I could dial, another message appeared. "Don't open the door." I froze. Whoever was texting me knew exactly what was happening. The figure outside remained completely still. 5 minutes passed, then 10. Then suddenly, the hallway lights went out. Everything became black. The figure vanished. The next morning, I checked my security camera. At first, everything looked normal. Then, around 11:47 p.m., the video captured someone walking toward my apartment. Tall, wearing a hoodie, face hidden. But here's the part that still terrifies me. The person stopped directly in front of my door, looked straight into the camera, and smiled. Then the footage glitched. When it returned, the person was gone. No walking away, no elevator, nothing. Just gone. A few days later, I changed my number, moved apartments, tried to forget everything. Then one night, months later, I received another text. New phone, new number, new city. The message said, "You moved." I couldn't breathe. Then a second message arrived. "I can still see you." To this day, I still don't know who sent those messages or how they knew where I lived. Maybe it was a stalker, maybe a hacker, or maybe something much worse. Tell me, what do you think happened? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more Reddit mysteries and horror stories.